Hello everyone, it's your girl Asia from the Roman Reigns Fangirl channel. Welcome back to my channel. I am here today to discuss another Degrassi character deep dive. Not gonna waste any more time. Let's get right into it. The character I'm gonna be talking about today is Bianca D'Souza. Um, I don't know about y'all, but I fucking love Bianca. Bianca was such a bad bitch. She was such a fucking baddie. I know a lot of people say that when they look back at it now, the show sexualized her. To some degree, yes, they did. I can even agree with that because I didn't look at it before when I first rewatched the show, but when I look at it now, they didn't sexualize her by the way she dressed. First of all, let's just clear that up. Whatever motherfucker tells you they sexualized her by making her dress provocative, no, they didn't. Bianca didn't really dress provocative. They did shit where, when I say they sexualized her, they made her do like sexy shit, like how she would eat an apple, sexy. But it wasn't like really over the top. It wasn't like nothing like how it is in Euphoria or how it was in the Secret Life of American Teenager with Adrian's character, but or how it was with Manny. I think if your character is a certain way, they tend to make it that. And what I mean is like, okay, Miles' character was a bad boy. Even though a lot of people like to say it wasn't, he was. But in the first two seasons of the Grass Next Generation he was in, he definitely was a bad boy. He was constantly getting into trouble, constantly arguing with his dad. He wasn't necessarily like brooding or whatever, but he was like always getting into trouble, whether it was smoking weed, drinking while his dad had company over. He just always was doing some shit. Miles' character was like um someone that was like addicted to chaos, and it's just like they made his character that for a short period of time up until he had to turn around and got his shit together. So because when he came in the show his character was like addicted to chaos, they made that his character for season 13 and 14, and in the Grassy Next class it kind of stopped. He got his shit together and did like a complete 180 for his character. So what I mean, like Degrassi sometimes write characters like this, that kind of tends to be their character trait for a minute until you really get a deep dive of who they really are. And I really, really love Bianca. I just wish when it came to her character, we would got to see more of her home life. Like, why does she have to live with her aunt? Where are her parents? Because it's like she didn't had a history of always getting in trouble. So it's like, did her parents sent her away to live with her aunt because she constantly kept getting into trouble, like getting into club fights, because she was on parole or something like that, I believe so. She was on parole because she was constantly getting into trouble. But it's like, I do wish there was sometimes more glimpses into her home life and things like that. But I feel like if I had to think of a really female character from Degrassi that I really absolutely loved, it would be Bianca. There's not a lot of female characters for the new generation of Degrassi that I really, really like. I think the only two I really, really fuck with is Bianca and Maya. I don't really like Claire. Allie is okay. I never really cared too much about Fiona. Don't care about Becky. Never gave a fuck about Imogen. Oh, and I like Zoe, but she wouldn't necessarily be a favorite character of mine. So yeah, like for the new generation, I really have to say Bianca and Maya were like my top two for favorite girls because I know they gave them a lot of screen time and a lot of storylines that I really liked for real, for real. And that's another thing. I wish Bianca would have had like some girlfriends. Like she didn't have any friends. Like, and I wish they would have gave her some friends because I feel like she had a complete 180 of her character. She deserved to have some girlfriends. But I'm not mad that she didn't have any friends. But I think a lot of people really shit on Bianca's character development. Like she had some really good ass character development. From being like that bad bitch who just constantly just get people in trouble from seasons 10 through 11 with Vince selling drugs, stole Imogen's money to, you know, season 11 she stole Imogen's money so make sure that Vince could have some money because she's supposed to be selling drugs at school. Like Bianca's character went for just always being in some shit to where she was getting her shit together, baby. Like season 11, that's where you find out she really loves school. Like she really wants to go to college. Like, she actually wants to do something with her life. And in season 12, her character was so good. Like, having a relationship with Drew's mom. And then I always felt like it never made any sense to me when, when Drew and Bianca tell their mom that they want to get married. And Bianca, goes to her mother, goes to Drew's mother because, she felt like since they had that close relationship, it made everything easier. Like, it made her being with Drew easier because they were closer and it felt like family. She looked at her as a daughter. I always felt like it never made any sense when she told Bianca that she's not good enough for Drew, that because she doesn't have the same opportunities that Drew has or have, the stability of family, she's looking for something to leech on. Like, basically saying that Drew being with her would have done nothing but just drag him down. Talk about she wants more for her son than just being in a teen marriage and working at the mall. Which is like, okay, I understand that. You want your son to actually have a life. Which I guess what she's trying to say is that she felt like Drew might have regretted had he married Bianca because he would have been trapped in some teen marriage. I don't think so, because I really feel like Drew and Bianca really did love each other, and I really felt like them getting married is something that they passionately did want to do. My only thing is, it just always felt out of character to me when she said that, because it's like, that makes no sense. Because if that's how you felt, you would have still been trying to do everything in your power to make sure they're not together. But instead, because he wants to marry the love of his life, you're talking about, oh, she's going to do nothing but drag him down. That makes no sense, because Drew was his absolute best when he was with Bianca. Look what happened when he got with them other hoes. Them bitches wasn't really with him for real. They weren't trying to make him better. They didn't see the best in him. He was at his absolute best when he was with Bianca. Bianca and Drew brought the best out in each other. That's why I love that they made him the only guy she was with in Degrassi. That whenever they broke up, she never went with no other nigga. I like that they made Drew the only one she was with, because Drew and Bianca were like fucking epic. They were fucking epic. They just made sense together. They were fucking epic. Like I said, I love how they changed it, because they usually do bad boy who meets the good girl who changes his life and makes it worth something. They did it differently. Drew was the good guy who had family and everything like that. Show Bianca she's worth love. She's worth whatever she wants in life. She doesn't have to always think negative or bring herself down and make her feel like she's not good enough for anything. And I love that they made her, she's from the wrong side of the track. She meets this guy and he just loves her endlessly, falls in all, knows she's not perfect, but he loved her. They were soulmates. They loved each other unconditionally. And in season 13, you fuck it all up. Like, I always felt like when Drew told his mother that him and Bianca weren't together anymore and they, like, broke up, what was it? When he told his mother that him and Bianca broke up and they're no longer engaged, she didn't seem as upset to me. She didn't seem as upset. It looked like she was relieved that they weren't getting married. She wasn't as upset as she was trying to make it seem like she was. I don't know. I feel like they just ruined Drew and Bianca season 13. I feel like there was really no need to break them up. Other than, the actress who played Bianca was leaving the show. She was no longer a part of the show. So the writers probably felt like, what's the point of them being together? I just don't know. I feel like once they broke Drew and Bianca up, they ruined his character, because I don't know if they didn't know what to do with him. Ding, ding, ding. They didn't know what to do with him because they just put Drew through a lot of bullshit. Drew and Bianca's relationship does nothing but hurt me. It does. I feel bad for the writer. I feel bad for fans who really get invested in their relationship and they watch season 13 and realize that they're not going to be in game. It's like the saddest shit ever. Like, it's so sad. Like, their breakup does nothing but make me cry all the time, because there was so much it was like a lot of love between them, and it just felt like the end. Like, in the conversation, it wasn't like any hope that they could probably come back with each other and, get remarried or get re-engaged. No, the whole conversation felt like this is it. This is the end. That we need to break up, and that's just how it's going to be. Like, you can't watch their breakup and say you don't cry, because if you don't, there's just something really, really wrong with you. Like, really, really wrong with you. Bitch, I could put that episode on or just put their scene on, and bitch, I'll be in fucking tears because it hurts me. Their breakup does nothing but fucking hurt me because it just, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just felt random to me. That's why it hurts, because it just feels so random. Bianca hasn't been on screen since season 12, and then she just comes back on me and says that she's not in love with you anymore. She doesn't want to be with him. It doesn't make sense. It could have at least been a conversation. It's like, why isn't she not in love with him? Is it long distance? Is she seeing somebody else? Because it just, they made it seem like her friends got in her head and made it seem like it's ridiculous for her to be wearing an engagement ring on her finger, wanted to get married. The thing is, Drew is not saying they had to get married right here, right now. They were planning on getting married once they were both done with university. Once he was done with high school. Once she was done with college. He was willing to wait. But she let them catty bitches get in her head about, oh, being engaged while you're in college is foolish. Girl, you can see the world. I want you to have that experience. I just wanted me and you to be together for you to do that. We could see the world together. I don't understand. If you felt like being in a high school relationship was kiddish or childish and it didn't mean anything, why even date him? Why even say the words "I love you"? That's why none of that makes any sense. It just, I feel like when Bianca come back, it does nothing but really. I feel like them episodes really, that episode tried to make you hate her, and I just didn't want to hate her because I loved her too much. But it's like that episode did want you to, it wanted you to hate Bianca because she just said things that didn't make sense to me. How do you just stop loving someone? How does that? How do you do that? How is that possible to stop loving someone that you have loved since you've been like 16, 17, and you've been in a relationship with your whole life? How do you just wake up one day and just say, I don't love you anymore? That don't even make sense. I don't think you ever really stop loving someone, or like you could like stop being in love with them, but I don't think you ever stop loving for them, like stop caring for them. You're gonna always have love for them. You feel me? But as far as me being in love with someone, I can't just wake up one day and just be like, this isn't working for me. Unless there really is something going on between us that's just making me feel like it's just not there anymore. But just to wake up and just be like, oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't. That don't make sense. Like, I just feel like that episode really wanted you to hate Bianca. That's just how I feel. They really, 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 really wanted you to hate her. Because she just said things like that she grew up, she isn't who she is, and she wasn't who she was in high school isn't who she is. Okay, that's fine. You grew up, you're seeing things in the world, you're in college now. I'm happy for you. But like you said, I didn't think you going to college would have made you grew out of love for me. I felt bad for Drew because think about it. This is the only girl he's ever loved since he's been fucking 16. And she comes here with bullshit, talk about she's grew up and their relationship is just high school. I'm over it. Like, relationships that should have made it out of high school should have been Bianca and Drew, Shauna and Emma, and Ellie and Craig. None of these relationships lasted, and there was like some of the main three relationships I was really, really invested in. Really, really invested in. Really, 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 really invested in. Really invested in. And it's just like, man. Drew and Bianca's breakup did nothing but hurt me. I'm going to say that for the last time. But as far as everything else is concerned, I love Bianca's character. I love her. She was a bad bitch. She was a baddie. I loved her from the moment she came on my screen. Yes, she did some awful shit, but she turned herself around and became a better version of herself, which at the end of the day, that's all that fucking matters, period. People rather not look in the, rather not see the good in you, but rather just want to see all the bad shit you done. Instead, they don't understand that just because you've done some bad things, that doesn't define who you are. You can make some good changes in your life and become a better version of yourself. And I love that about Bianca, period. She a stand-up bitch. I love her. We fucked Bianca over here. If you don't, you can kiss my ass in. I don't give a fuck what you think. Simple as that. But later, bitches. Catch y'all on my next video. I think the next video I'm making is not going to be a character deep dive video. I think I'm going to talk about an episode that I just watched last night, and I'm going to just do a little like deep dive about it. So that's gonna be my next video. Like I said, the next characters I'm gonna be deep diving are Drew, Miles, and Maya. Them the last 3 characters I'm doing. Then we finna go ahead and get into these seasons. I got a lot of shit to say when it comes to these seasons, because bitch, since I didn't rewatch them so many times, it is like some shit I gotta say. Like I said, some seasons I'm not gonna be saying a lot, and in some seasons I'm gonna be talking a lot, baby, a lot. But that's all I really got to say. Like I said, please look out today that I might be making my Breaking Bad video. If I get some time, it might be coming on later. It might be, I might upload it later on tonight, because I really want to, think about what I really want to say one more time before I just get up and jump on here. Like I said, I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. I was supposed to make this video such a long time ago. This video's just been in my phone, ready to upload, and I just totally forgot about it. But like I said, please be prepared, because I will be uploading it later on tonight. As always, love you guys, and please be looking out for my next video.